Hello everyone, this is Kishore. Welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to go over dark pools, yes, mini futures, and also commodity of traders index. And I'd like to share some of the market internals as well. This is not a financial advice, just for knowledge purpose only. Let's jump into the show. CNN Furion Green Index, it is in the fear, it's above just 44, and previously it is in the 39, just little bit off above than the last week, but still the sentiment is in the fear. And the sector performance, this is a weekly sector performance. Energy and communication services are up, rest of them all sectors are red. Even though it is all other sectors are red, the S&P is up by 0.33%. And the right side is 3 month performance. Technology sector and communication services sector, they performed really well this quarter. Also utilities and consumer staples as a whole, S&P is up by 4.4% in the last quarter. And this is the all the sectors, like how they performed in this 3 months. XLK, the technology sector is performed really well, 8.58, and then utilities is 5.35. But last 1 month, the utilities is going down, which is like defensive sector, it is going down. And the XLC, communication services, it is going up, and this is the third one, like 5.01%, which is really good. And the downside, XLB materials is down by more than 4%. Basically, the strong dollar is impacting the material sectors. And industrial, XLI is down by 2.9%. This is impacted by ISM, manufacturing services index. I'll share that information in my next video, or I'd like to share each sector how it is impacting by different economic indicator, economic data point. And XLE energy is down by 1.63% with the high interest rates. And the XLR finance also is down by with bad credit spreads. And the XLRE real estate is also down by more than 1.2% because of the high mortgage interest rates. And this is by industrials, each industrial how they performed in the last 3 months. SMH ETF, which is a semiconductor, is up by 15.92%, which is a big leader of this quarter. And also GDX minus gold minus up by 9.59%, and software is up by 1.77%. And the downside, ITB, it's then home builders is down by more than 11%, and TAN solar is down by 11%, and the clean energy is also down by more than 11%. So there may be chance if there is a money rotation or sector rotation takes place in the next quarter, then these things, these down sectors may perform well, because the home builders is down more. But if the interest rates come down, then that helps the home builders. And this is the last 3 months how the each heat map of this each mega caps. So the mega caps performed really well. Nvidia is up by 36%, avgo is up by 21%, broadcom, apple 22%, which is a big one. We know that it's down one time, 1 week it was down by 10%, and then it's bounced back very strong. Now it is at about 22% for this quarter. And google is up by 20%, and amazon is by 7%. And finally tesla, it performed well. I mean, after the earnings, it's bounced from 145 to 197, I think now. And the lily, it is also jumped really good, which is like 16%. And this SPY weekly chart. So last week it is a shooting star, and this week it is a almost kind of shooting star kind of thing, another shooting star kind of thing. But it made a new high on Friday, and then it dumped. So it's really crazy to me. So I thought last week candle is a pivot, but it's not the pivot last week. Whether this week will be the pivot or not, I do not know, because this is a really crazy setup on a weekly chart. And the volume is okay, not the big volume. And RSI and CCA is also, they are flat. And SPY daily chart, so right now it is in the range between the 545 or and 550. So once this range is break on either upside or the downside, then we know the big move is coming up. So on the downside, I see the support at the 537 level. There is a gap and the Fibonacci level, and also there is a big dark pool at the 540 levels, 530 and 540 levels, and also there is a big dark pool at the 550 level. If the dark pool digest and go, it's a buy dark pool, then it can go up to the 556 is the first target of the SPY, and the upside and the downside is 537. And this is the NYC advanced decline line. Still it is having the negative divergence with this one, but it is improving, which is a good sign for the SPY bullish. But the negative divergence on the weekly is not a good sign for the bulls, same. And this is the 20-day number percentage of stocks about 20-day moving average in the S&P 500. So right now it is the 49, which is in between the my buy and sell signals. Let's see what happens in the next coming week, whether it is going to be a 14.95, which is my buy signal, or if it is going to the 86, that's my sell signal. And this is RSP equated S&P 500 on the weekly chart. It's making a symmetrical triangle, perfect symmetrical triangle. It can make, once the symmetrical triangle is broke out, like an upside or downside, then we can expect a very big move, like almost like a 20-point move. I'm expecting. I'm a big fan of the symmetrical triangle, so I'm just curious when it will be broke. And I can see here the RSA is going down. and also the MACD is going down. So those two are pointing to the downside, but I'm waiting for the breakout of the symmetrical triangle. And this is ES mini futures options. So this is on Monday. If you see here, there is a huge open interest change. This open interest change at the 5500. Right now it's at 5546. So there is a huge open interest change on the put side, like 12,515 are added, and also again at 5580 on the call side, there is a 69.6 are added. So there is a high chance on Monday it can be in between these two, like 5500 and the 5580. And on Tuesday, lot of open interest added on the put side on the Tuesday. So I'm expecting some kind of downside in the Tuesday. And again on Wednesday, there is a put side 1656 were added but sold like 5475. So and also historically July 3rd is a very bullish day, like both Nasdaq and S&P and Dow Jones, they are performed really well based on the historical data, but we do not know what happens on this year. But I'm seeing Monday and Tuesday there is a chance of downside, and on Wednesday there may be a chance of upside, and again on the Friday again on the downside. And this is QQQ weekly chart. Again, this is kind of last week is a shooting star, and this week it's kind of a spinning top kind of candle. Again, there is a huge dark pool at this level, so I'll share the next chart. And also the volume is up, and the RSA and the MACD is pointing upside, and the RSA is flat. And this is QQQ daily chart. So it did not break the previous high, so it is it is rejected there like 486 point something, and then it came back to the 479 level. There's a huge dark pool came, like not the huge, above average. In general, we see the dark pools on the QQQ like 98 million, 95 million kind of thing, but I got a 161 million at the 461, at the 460 levels on 60625 on June 25th. So this is called late sell dark pool, because last 5 days QQQ did not trade at the 460 level. So which means the dark pool came at the 460 level and below the current price. That's called late sell dark pool. It can. So what it suggests is at any point of time market can bring back to this level. So algos help the market to come back to the dark pool level to digest all the dark pool orders. So and also there is a nearly 2.5 billion dark pools came from June 21st to yesterday at 480 and 481 level. So at the 481 level, there is a huge dark pool right now, like 2.5 billion dark pool in last 10 days. So if they are buy dark pools, then it can hit to the 506, the next target. If it is a sell dark pool, then it can easily come to the 460 level. So based on the dark pool, late sell dark pool, I'm little bit pointing to this one. I'll also show my internals why I'm thinking like that. But if it breaks at 481 or 485 levels, then it can easily go to the 506 level. And this is semiconductor ETF SMH. So last week it made a shooting star kind of candle, and then this week it's a spinning top kind of candle, which is, the downside is confirmed by this candle, this week candle. And also the RSI is going down, and the MACD is little bit flat, but it may go down soon. And this is QQQ, equal weighted QQQ sector. So again, this one also rejected at this level, previous high, and the RSI is going down, and the MACD is flat. And this NYC advanced decline line in the down, and the upside is the Nasdaq 100. Again, there is a negative divergence is going on here, but it's like a kind of either it should catch up, that advanced decline should catch up, and and Nasdaq should go down. So and there is a rebalancing came happened on the last Friday. So a lot of both super microcomputer and the micro strategy are added to the Russell 1000. And also there is a big dark pools came on SMCA, almost 2 billion dark pool came on SMC at the 877 level. If it is a buy dark pool, then it can easily go to the 1000. If it is a sell dark pool, then it can come back to the 800 or 750 levels. So and this IWM weekly chart, so right into the 200. So and there are also some dark pools at this level. If the dark pools are the buy dark pools, then it can easily go to the 212. Or if it is a sell dark pool, then it can come back to the 191 level, because there is another dark pool at the 191 level. And this is Friday economic data. So PC data came better than the expected. Like PC year over year is 2.6, and the expected is a 2.7, which is better than the expected one. Core PC came 0.1, expected is 0.3. Core PC year over year is 2.6, expected is 2.8. Even though the core PC data came better than the expected, the TLT, the bonds did not like this data, and it was dropped more than a point. In general, when the economic data came better than the expected one, or the the bonds will rise. That suggests that there is a high chance of rate cut. But on Friday, even the PC data came better than the expected one. The bond did not like it. So this is a little bit concern to me, what is brewing behind the scenes. So one of the reason maybe the crude oil. We know that CPI PPI came better than the expected one because of the energy is down like from 85 to 70. Now again it is jumping back to the 81 level. So this is one of the concerns. So next, not coming week, next week we have a CPI PPI data is coming. So at that time this will really concern. And MACD is curling up and RS is going up. So there is a high chance it can hit here like 85 level. And this is COT index, commodity of traders index. So that suggests like what kind of trend will come soon, like the bullish trend or the bearish trend based on the data. So if you see S&P 500, it says 41 is like neutral. Nasdaq is 62, again it is a neutral kind of thing. Russell like 89%. There's a high chance of it can go up, and also the Dow E-mini is 100%, which means bullish sign. And VIX futures, this is also pointing the 100%, which is the bullish sign. So that's the reason. If you see here, there are dark pools are there, and also futures, S&P futures or mini futures are suggesting the downside possible, and the COT index VIX futures are also 100% bullishness, and S&P 500 it's not saying anything, it's like kind of neutral kind of thing. So all that these data points are pointing to the downside to me, even though yeah. So that's one of the reason I'm saying like there's a chance huge move is coming and either upside or downside. But based on this data, I'm little bit inclined to the downside. But once the levels are broken only, I'll take this as a downside confirmed. Otherwise, if the data point, if the price goes up, then all these points are invalidated. And this is a high yield bonds HYG. Again, it is in above the 76.48 level. I'll consider once it is coming down, break down this level, then that's a huge sign of the bearish. And otherwise, the liquidity is coming into the market, which is good to the bulls. And the summaries futures are pointing some downside possible, as I shared the ES mini futures. COT index also pointing VIX futures are bullish. So we saw that 100% bullishness on the VIX futures. Huge dark pools on QQQ and the IWM. As I shared, like a QQQ, like 2.5 billion dark pool at the 480 level, and there is a 161 million dark pool at the 460 level, which is a late sell dark pool. And the IWM, there is a big dark pool at 200, and also there is another dark pool at the 191 level. Rebalancing of Russell 1000 can bring the life to the upside of the move. So we know that IWM is struggling to cross the 210 level. Maybe that is rebalance, like adding that micro strategy, and also SMCI may help to go up. So negative dividend SPX index market breadth is still coiling. So as I see that shown that like Nasdaq advanced decline line. So NVST advanced decline line, it is suggesting the downside, and also the equal weighted RSP and QQQ is also having some kind of negative divergence. And based on the futures dark pool COT index and chart setup, I'm expecting QQQ and SPY may have very big move on either direction. As I shared, like RSP is coiling symmetrical triangle. So if it breaks up, then we can see the upside. If it breaks down, there is a high chance it can go down. Similarly, on the QQQ side, and as we see that there is a big dark pools. So I'm expecting next couple of weeks, because we know we have that CPI PPI data is coming in the next week, Jeremy Paul speech is there. So some big move is coiling here, but I do not know which side it is going. But based on the data, I'm a little bit inclined to the downside. But until and unless the prices, the supports I mentioned that broke, then only I can go into the bearish side. So that's all for today. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please watch more videos in my channel. If you like them, please subscribe. Please hit the bell icon so that you'll get notification when I upload a new video. Please share this content if you're a new friend looking similar kind of content. Thanks so much. Bye bye.